Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 New Order Germany. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we have defeated the Burgundians. I would say that's great news for us. We have established our own little puppet state here. The current situation in Burgundy. 1. Since the successful capture of former SS Orban Burgund, the situation continues to remain highly volatile, and there's a number of indicators that signal increased volatility and violence if not immediately addressed. 2. There's been little success in halting the continued insurgency from the French resistance, which is known as Red Poppy. They have continued to employ violence and have strong support within the French community, who actively shelter, support, or assist them. We currently lack the manpower or local support to effectively counter their operations. 3. The populations continue to grow hostile to our presence. While they consider us better than Orstadt, they are increasingly unwilling to accept long-term German occupation. Multiple riots have broken out in major cities. We've identified cells of insurgents in all major cities who are supported or supplied by the Red Poppy. 4. We judge our attempting to occupy these lands long-term as unsustainable without significant investment. We propose an alternative solution, which is return the former French lands to the French Republic in exchange for officially rejoining the Einpacht. The French population may likely view this positively, and France will certainly looking at their lands returned. Reaching out to the French Republic is heavily advised. As tanks roll through the streets of North Paris, Germany has announced that it secured control over the former Orstadt Burgund and has successfully eliminated Heinrich Hitler. Rebellious SS Legion and the nascent French resistance have declared the day one of liberation and have said their intent to rebuild and restore the territory. The French state, which did not intervene directly into the conflict, has officially demanded that Germany immediately return rightful French territory, though it was unclear what leverage they had to enforce this. There have been so far no response from Germany, though some sources have indicated that German and French negotiators have made contact. It remains unknown how these discussions will proceed. Okay. Well, I mean, like France, you kind of need to just say yes to this. I can't imagine you really have any leverage. The biggest leverage you have is that it would cost me money to stay here. And I wouldn't mind France being in the Einpacht. However, they are liberals, which... Okay, the French apparently have said no. Senior diplomat Dale frowned, wondering if he misheard. I'm sorry, you said the French refused? Yes, sir. According to the response, the aide seemed bracing himself to be yelled at as he handed the other letter. It's a long response. The condition of joining the pact was too much, it appears. Dale took the letter, now more baffled than anything else, and he dismissed the aide with a wave of his hand. That had not been the response he'd expected. Hell, it was commonly believed the diplomatic circles of the French were going to rejoin the pact. It was just a matter of time. This was a golden opportunity for France, and they just refused. That struck us utterly bizarre. Nonetheless, the letter made it clear that this was really about. They correctly said that Germany was trying to pass volatile French lands onto them, as well as trying to bring France firmly into her political and economic sphere. A lesser issue was that they seemed to think that Germany had no right to hold their lands at all, and should return it, no strings attached. Savvy. They were hedging their bets to some degree, which was rather bold of them. Unfortunately for them, there were contingencies. France taking back these lands was the easiest solution, but it's no means their only one. It seemed that they were going to have a hard time, whether Germania wanted it or not. Setting up a new government wasn't going to be an easy task, but at this point, it seemed like they didn't have any other options. However, if the French wanted to call their bluff, well, we will oblige them. Well, France, I don't know what you wanted me to tell you. We'll draw out a potential invasion. Not that I'm thinking we're going to invade France. And it's probably due to the restoration of the French Republic. If it was still the French state led by the fascists, who were nominally pro-Germania, then I bet you we could have maybe gotten something out of this. But no, they wanted to be their own independent republic. Fuck you, Jean Lecunt. Fuck you. Get out of here. Okay. Invested in you doesn't really seem to do much for us. Yes, notable, substantial. Poland's done, and you're both substantial as well. You are building up in... Well, let's see, where are you building up? You're building in Moscow, you're building in Ostland, and you're building up in Poland, which is not what we need to do at all because you're already fully integrated. I mean, it's fine, but it's not really what we're looking for. Okay, foreign policy, let's go into... What do we want to take next? I mean, I guess the satellites would be my next choice. Is that even any of these? Has technology and Decker recon satellites. Oh, okay, it's this one. Well, we'll take you next. I mostly don't really have much of a choice in the matter, so We'll see how that goes, and you'll be done in 27 days. I'm sure that me and Iran will see things basically eye to eye, and we'll have a grand old time. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Maybe. I'm mostly sure of it. Now I do wish I didn't take you, because I don't need to integrate Poland anymore. Say population 4 million, 8 million. You're at 68%. You're 89%. You're almost at 95. But the problem is that we need to get that to 95 and integrate all of the Reichspact, which is a much harder task. Yeah, skilled workforce over 95%. This is an earthquake in Peru. Not a big deal if you ask me. And the integration of every RK into the group show is complete. I mean, that is quite a bit. By the way, how's poverty doing? Poverty has now gone down. Look at that line. Look at this. Our policies are working. I would consider that a success on our part. Now, the inflation's not great. I will say that. Can I cut social expenditures? Maybe like a tax hike? There we go. We love taxes here. 54. Oh, I can actually just put numbers on this. Debt servicing is costing us 5 billion. Other cost, 42 million. Now, what are these other costs? I wish I knew, but I don't know. Is it Eastern Industry buildup? Well, I mean, I would want you in, because you're substantial, notable, substantial. I probably wanted a Moscovian. Again, I'm thinking I'm clicked Moscovian. I'm clicking it multiple times. Okay, excellent. Now, I don't know where this actually clicked. Unless it's just generic, Eastern? It's for Ostland. So did I select Ostland last? I guess so. Darius had a long admired the idea of democracy. His brother Zahn had studied in America and had come back consulting ideals of freedom and the right of representing the government. Darius had been beside him all the while. While he had never seen such a system in action, he had nevertheless joined in on his brother's pro-democracy protests, calling for a free election to guide the people of Iran instead of some German-backed Shah. The police had interrupted this protest rather violently. The two brothers, along with many of their friends, had been taken captive. The next morning, they were bound, blindfolded, and told to march until the police told them to stop. Were they being taken to some faraway prison, or paraded around as examples, or was it just an attempt to scare them straight? The two brothers did as they were told, occasionally exchanging worried whispers in a direction they thought the other one was. It felt like they were marching for hours, so it was difficult to tell. Eventually, the order came for the march to end, where they were to stand in place and wait until they received further instructions. They stood for a few moments until Darius heard a rather distinct voice. It said something in German. Unable to contain his curiosity, the young activist pushed his blindfold ever so slightly up, though he could still see through it. He let out a sharp gasp. What is it? His brother passed. Darius' word came out shakingly. It's a firing squad. Okay, well, I mean, not great if you live in Iran. But hey, if you live in Germany, well, it works out just fine for us. We're going to take you. We're going to take you. Take this upgrade here as well. And we're making outdated equipment. What outdated equipment are we making? We are making outdated basic artillery. We'll upgrade you to advanced. I mean, you've got to be outdated to the Leopards, right? Or is Leopard still the best main battle tank we have? I could have sworn we researched a better... Well, it's probably you're the next tank. Which actually didn't even have a name. It's just Advanced Heavy Tank Chassis. Which, I mean... It's fine by me. Not a big deal one way or the other for sure. Okay, again. Complete, notable, substantial. I mean, you're at 91%. Like, you're so close. So 2.1. If I brought you down, let's say, by 1 point. Right? It's 2%. I mean, of course, I still want this maxed out. 2.1 is looking good. And that's 2.1% per month. So this has 2, 4, 6. 6 wouldn't be enough. So I think 4 months. I think in 4 months, this program will be finished, which I guess gives me more political power, which I can use to do something with, hypothetically speaking. I mean, it's really you that's going to take a while, huh? I mean, only 1.7% is not... I mean, I want to do more resources. You know what? Give me domestic infrastructure as well. While we're here, you know what I mean? Thing is, like, I don't even have, like, more decisions. Like, I can't... Like, because I need Norway, I need Denmark uncharged here as well. And this, again, this gets Poland to be more advanced. But I don't need Poland's economy any more integrated. That's not really what we're here for. As unfortunate as that is. I guess we'll go with you next, please. And I mean, you're all still loyal. Excellent. So I kind of feel like, as unfortunate as it is, I kind of feel like we're in a little bit of like a bottleneck. Where we're just waiting for these timers to tick down. However long that may take. I mean, you're going to hit 95 next month. Which is enough for this focus. But again, the focus isn't to get 95%. It's to get 95% and full integration. Which does take a little while to get done. But I mean, we're getting our satellites. We can then put satellites kind of everywhere. Mission success will determinately increase by 5%. Which, I mean, that doesn't really matter, though. Because we don't have any other special missions right now. And I'll be honest, I don't know if we're going to ever have any more special missions. Primarily because, I mean, who else would we be trying to influence? Oh, Siberia actually won their war. So we got the Federal Republic and we got the Siberian Federation. I mean, I guess I kind of don't want either of them to win. Maybe Siberia a little bit more, even though they are on the American sphere of influence. I think Russia, or the Republic here is also... I mean, they have, like, back to Washington. Which is not what we want to see. Sure, let's get railway guns as well. Seems good. Seems good enough. So that'd be Ostland getting another point. You're now up substantial. Thing is, I don't know who I last selected. I'm gonna spam you. This is for... Moscovian, okay. I mean, again, we need Moscovian, of course. But it's going to take a while. Well, you're 95, and again, within 2 months, this will be finished. Which means I'm assuming we wouldn't need to spend the points here anymore. High special decisions, high generic stuff. I mean, I want more projects. I just don't think they're going to give them to me. As sad as that is. I want more projects. I want more stuff to do. But will they give them to me? That one's a little bit harder to say. Okay, we got anti-advance, anti-air 2. What can we upgrade? What can we upgrade? Crew motorized, good for advanced motorized. And for our technology, I guess we'll go for some heavy aircraft. Some 1970s strategic bombers. I think sounds like that could be quite fun for us. And I'm assuming at some point these guys are going to go to war. And then they're going to unify Russia one way or the other. Can I sabotage them anymore? Can I get some more little sabotages? The answer is no. We can sabotage every single person one singular time, and that's it. Okay, we've now gotten another level of railroad done. Because you're 74%. Substantial, complete. You are for, again, Poland, which I don't, like, literally don't give a shit about. Like, and not to sound rude to Poland, it's just, like, it's just not the most important state. Because it's already completely integrated. Like, we're basically golden. So we're probably, what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to have this kind of play in the background, and we'll just join in next episode whenever the next major event happens. Because I don't want, you know, the next episode of the series to just be, we're sitting here waiting for these countdown timers to go. And if that takes like 15 minutes, or 20 minutes, or half an hour, or however long it'll be, that's not going to make like super engaging content. You know what I mean? So, like, we're going to finish this episode, and we'll just start off next episode whenever the next big thing happens. Whatever that is. Whether or not it's when this finishes, or the oil crisis starts, or what have you. Whatever the next major kind of milestone in the campaign is. We're in Nauvoo in Jamaica. I mean, that's something, right? Okay, I don't know who I've selected on this. The right common strat has not been selected in 3 days. One will be randomly selected. Go Norway? Oh, do I gotta click it and then... Oh, okay, I've been doing this backwards the whole time. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, there'll be something good for me to show you. Until next time, goodbye.